What are the reasons why you might want to use oils, lotions, and powders? When it comes to oils, what we're talking about are basically different types of baby oils. In my experience with using these products, they are really good for repelling fluid away from the skin, and they're also good for helping to moisturize the skin. There's all different types of oils you can get that come in different types of scents. So some people prefer certain types of scents and use them for that particular reason as well. Now, when it comes to ointments, we're talking about different types of diaper rash ointments like A&D ointment, Destin, Vaseline, things like that. There's a few different uses for these types of products. First and foremost, they create a barrier between the skin and the potential fluids contained inside the diaper. This is another reason we refer to these products as barrier creams. They're basically used as another means of repelling fluid, treating diaper rashes, and helping relieving the itch of a diaper rash. Not all barrier creams are good for treating diaper rashes, but they are all good for helping prevent them and keeping them from occurring. And then when it comes to powders, really powders, they just basically make you feel fresh and dry, as well as giving an extra scent to the mix. So some people do prefer the different scents that you can get with all of these products combined, and it can also be one of those things that helps you feel a little bit more less self-conscious about any scents that you might be emitting. I don't know about you, but I'd rather smell like all of these different scents combined than smelling like an outhouse. If you want to, or if you need to, you can use these products every single time you change. Personally, it's not something that I use every single change. I kind of mix it up from change to change. Sometimes I use just powder, sometimes I use lotion, ointment, and powder. It just depends on what I need at that point in time. But if you are the type of person who needs to protect your skin from rashes constantly, it could be useful for you to do every single change. Personally, I don't use them every change. I do like to have powder for every change, but I don't always use oil and ointment for every single change. And I also kind of tend to forego some of these things when I'm out in public and I'm on the go. It's a little bit harder to change out on the go when using powders and ointments. You're more likely to get tape failures and stuff on the front of the diaper. Really, one of the best times to use these products is when you feel a rash beginning to form. So if you typically don't powder up, if you typically don't use oils and ointments for prevention cases, but you do feel a rash beginning to form, these products definitely will help you feel a lot more comfortable and will help get rid of the rash a lot more quickly. If you have a rash and you are short on money and you only have the money for one of these types of products, I would definitely recommend one of the types of ointments, as those are specifically designed for treating diaper rash. Personally, my favorite ointments for this use are A&D ointment and something you can buy online called Home Care Pro. Just keep in mind, if you do use any diaper rash ointments that are zinc-based, they can have the tendency to dry out your skin. So that's another good reason to have lotions or oils on hand, so that way after you use something like that during your next change, you can put a layer of oil or lotion to help moisturize your skin. And of course, you can find your own personal approach to using one or a different combination of these products, however you like, in whatever changes you like. So there's always that freedom to pick and choose for each change on what you need at that point in time. Basically, I would call this use as desired. When it comes to the application process, I'm just gonna give you a quick rundown of my personal approach to this. There probably are some other types of approaches on how to do this, but I'm gonna cover some key points you need to be aware of, so that way you don't have any diaper failures or anything of that nature. When it comes to using oils, ointments, and powders, I only like to use them when I have the opportunity to diaper up while laying down. I find this position a lot easier to get the diaper in the right position, as well as easier to apply any powder to the correct area as needed. So the first thing you'll want to do is actually lay out the diaper wherever you're going to be diapering yourself up. After you have the diaper laid out, sprinkle some powder onto the back area of the diaper where your butt's going to be. Once you have the diaper pre-powdered, next thing you want to do is apply your oils and ointments. I do think the order here is kind of important, as each particular product has its necessary uses and functionalities. So if your skin is dried out, I would recommend using the lotion first and rubbing that completely into your skin before moving on to the next product. Personally, I don't use the lotions, I just use baby oil, because I find that also will moisturize your skin as well. So after you use the lotion, then use the baby oil, or if you're not using lotion, start with the baby oil. Again, the baby oil will help moisturize your skin as well as protect it from any further damage by repelling the fluids away from your skin. Once you've applied your lotion or your oil, next you'll want to apply your barrier cream. This would be your A&D ointment, your butt paste, your Destin, anything in this particular situation that you're using to help treat the diaper rash or create a barrier between your skin and the fluids contained in the diaper. When it comes to applying the ointment layer, make sure you keep it nice and thin, as the thicker it is, the more caked it will get on when you go to add any powder. Once you have all of your oils and ointments applied as needed, make sure you wash your hands or you wipe them off with a towel or you wipe them clean with a wet wipe before you go and try and tape yourself into your diaper. Then once you place yourself into position onto the diaper, sprinkle a little bit of powder over your diaper area area, and be sure not to get any powder on the front of the diaper before taping up. If you happen to use your hands to spread some of the powder around, definitely, once again, make sure to wipe your hands clean using a wet wipe or a towel. If you do not heed my warnings, you will experience tape failures. On the topic of diaper changes, if you're still new to wearing diapers and you're not sure exactly when to change your diaper, check out this video next. There's a lot of great tips in that one that will give you some things to be aware of. Until next time, stay dry.